Brooklyn Nets star Kyrie Irving has requested a trade. This is per Adrian Wojnarowski. He went to Twitter and said that Brooklyn Nets star Kyrie Irving has told the franchise that he wants to be traded ahead of Thursday's deadline, sources tell ESPN. Now, I'm not sure which franchise is going to be willing to make a trade for Kyrie Irving, considering that he could potentially walk in free agency. I don't know which team is going to be willing to take that chance on Kyrie Irving. Also, Kyrie Irving is very unpredictable. I'm almost sure that he's probably going to make a commitment to some team. But, however, I pray that the Los Angeles Lakers don't make a deal for Kyrie Irving. Kyrie Irving, like I said, you don't know what to expect from him, because, one day he might be Kyrie Irving who can go out there and, look spectacular, put on these stellar performances, and look like all-time great, one of the greatest point guards we ever seen. Kyrie Irving has been on a great run. He's been on a scoring tear. I think he's scored the most points, in the fourth quarter, put on some very clutch performances, and he has carried the Nets while Kevin Durant has been out injured. Kyrie Irving should have just shut up, won a championship. With a championship ring, you have 10 times more leverage than going on a scoring tear. And then you're still midway into the season. You could have went into animal mode. You could have went into full attack mode and turned into a straight beast in the postseason. They don't judge you based upon the regular season. They judge you based upon what you can do in the playoffs, into the finals. So what you should have did was you should have stuck it out, went into the postseason, and at least tried to get to the NBA Finals and win a championship without saying anything. You requesting a trade looks bad on your part. You have far more leverage if you got 2 championship rings. Then you can go into an office and say, you know what? You got to offer me the max because I just won my team the NBA championship. However, he wants to be woke, and then the next day he wants to be sleep. Kyrie Irving doesn't know what he wants to do. One day he want to be a revolutionary, want to be Dr. Kyrie Irving Jr., and then the next minute he wants to be, Uncle Drew. There's so many different characters that he's trying to be. It's like you don't know what to expect from Kyrie Irving. Me personally, I wouldn't trade for Kyrie Irving if I were the Brooklyn Nets franchise. As I said, any team that re-signed him should put a clause in the contract, stating that, just a stipulation stating that you have to, commit to playing out your contract. You're obligated to play out your contract. You can't go out and, be a part of the Black Lives Matter organization one day, then the next day you flipping the bird to fans. And, I just think that I wouldn't trade. If I were the Brooklyn Nets, I wouldn't trade Kyrie Irving. And some people are saying, well, Kyrie Irving, he was smart. That was strategic on his part because he played at an all-star level. He played at a superstar level. Well, now he could leverage that to get traded to a team that he wants. But it's going to help the Brooklyn Nets. No team really wants you right now. So they could trade him to the worst team possible and get as many draft picks as possible. I don't think that the Lakers have enough to get Kyrie Irving, in my honest opinion. So I still think the Brooklyn Nets have the upper hand in this situation. He's developed a track record. He quit on the Cleveland Cavaliers. He quit on the Boston Celtics. And here he is again quitting on the Brooklyn Nets. So it's like you're developing a pattern of quitting, and you can't stick with one team. You're not being loyal to your team. We knew that it wouldn't be long before Kyrie Irving would do something to mess it up, to screw it up. Right? You just got blown out by the Boston Celtics and got embarrassed. Then he's online posting these Hebrew documentaries. He got to take time off for mental health. And, these players nowadays are just weaker than players of the past. If I were the Brooklyn Nets, I wouldn't trade him. I wouldn't trade Kyrie Irving. What I would do is I would force him to stay. I would trade him before free agency start. Kyrie Irving is a head case. He can't get out his own way. No team is going to offer you the max. Kyrie Irving is backing himself into a corner. General managers, organizations are watching what you are doing right now. He didn't want to get this shot, which he had the right to do. He had the right to decide whether he wanted to get the shot or not. But they're going to see that you're not a team player. They're going to see that you're a team killer. This is what Kyrie Irving should have did. He should have played out his contract. Then at the end of the season, then decided where he wanted to go instead of requesting the trade now. Now you're starting to develop a bad reputation. And if I was any team, I wouldn't want Kyrie Irving. Sometimes it's just so good to be true. Kyrie Irving was doing great. He should have just shut up, waited till the end of the season, and then went where he wanted to go. Now the Brooklyn Nets, they're either going to do two things. They're either going to trade you somewhere that you don't want to go, or they're going to wait till the offseason and still trade you somewhere you don't want to go and still get as many pieces as they can before free agency hits. So it's just stupid. You got people standing outside protesting. You're a liability. I wouldn't want Kyrie Irving on my team.